Alright guys, Mike here. Today I wanted to show you my low cost effective tire rack. That maybe, if anything, cost me $5 to make, if that. The chain was, if anything, the most expensive part was getting the chain, but I needed a tire rack for my tires for the Sprint. And I don't want to pay $300 for an aluminum one, so I'd rather make it myself. So I've got chain screwed into my trailer wall. It's got pivot points, the chain's bolted up. It's got a hook in the back here which holds it up flush. If I want to, later, if I want this completely flush, because it sits all the way back against it flush, push that in, push this in. So when everything's together, it sits nice and flush. I can put a pin through here to hold it in place. Both sides sit flush. All the corners are rounded off on it, all the way around. But if I'm going to use this thing, I'm going to do my chain here. Pick your rack, slip it over that, let it hang down. We'll go ahead and pull the whole thing down. Take your chain, make sure your chain's unbinded. Same thing at the top here. Good to go. So all this is basically angle iron. It's lightweight. Simple to build. Again, round off all your corners so that we don't bash your head into it, and I mean all of them. Basically all it is a flat piece of angle iron on each end, flat piece of angle iron coming out, flat piece of angle iron coming out again, and then a 55-inch across. So I've got a 55-inch across by a 17 depth, and I've got a 20 top rake from my chain in my holder. But we'll go ahead and stack some tires up here, see how she does. And the nice thing is with the chains, you can adjust this. Instead of like some tire racks, it's a set height, so your tires may stick higher than the others or not. What you do is you basically just take this chain, you shorten this chain up, it shortens this amount that it's out here so it'll hold a smaller size tire. We're going to go ahead and try it out now with some Sprint tires. Okay, so with all the tires put on here, this is just mock-up tires and all that. These don't have rims in them, they're not inflated. Okay, this one has a rim on it, it's not inflated, right? So even if your tires do go flat, they're not going to go anywhere. Those are just spare tires with no rims, but they will have rims in the future. But even if your tires go flat, there's no way for this to come through. Because yes, you do have your angle out here, but you also have your angle down here, which is an inch out. And it will sit on your wall. If you don't want it sitting on your wall, you add a piece of ABS plastic here, and it'll protect your paint on your wall and vice versa. But I've calculated the math on this with a 55-inch wide. I could fit 3 right rears and 1 front tire. I could fit 3 left rears with 3 front tires. Or I could fit 8 front tires. Or, 1 left rear, 2 right rear, or 1 right rear, 3 left rear. So there's quite a bit of room for it. Usually you're going to have a set on the car. You're going to have 2 fronts, a left rear, and a right rear. At the track, you have, in my opinion, the way I do it, I have 1 spare right rear. I'll have a spare left rear. And I'll have a minimum at least 1 front. But I'm going to end up having 2 spare fronts. I'm going to end up having 2 spare left rears now, in my case. And then we'll have another 1 spare right rear mounted up. So as far as tires, just bare tires, like housing them like this, no, this will be for rims. I'll have rims in them and stuff like that. Bare tires are just thrown in the back of the truck, or we could throw them here, but there ain't no sense making a rack for them. We could probably stuff them up top here. But if you are worried about your tires bouncing out of a rack or something like this, the next best thing is to bungee cord. And again, using the angle, it makes it easy. Put your bungee cord down here, run your bungee cord through your tires here all the way to the other end. Bungee cord there, your tires ain't gonna go nowhere. Nice, simple design, cheap, easy to build, and it's out of the way. A good quality aluminum one that's out of the way like this, that would fold up, would cost you anywhere from $200 to $300. I got maybe $5 in this. I had the steel laying around. You could even use bed frame. If you don't want to use steel because you're worried about the weight and this and that, it just don't weigh nothing. I could pick this up with 1 finger. This whole assembly, without the tires on, I could pick it up with 1 finger. It's not heavy at all. I am going to paint it. Right now I've just got it all mocked up to kind of show you guys. I'm going to paint it black, clean all this rust up. This is just surface rust because this steel sits outside. But other than that though, nice, cheap, effective way to make a tire rack. You can make it for go-kart and stuff like that. I had another rack on this wall here. It was probably in later videos that was a go-kart rack. That was nothing but galvanized tubing and basically flat pieces with tubing slid through it. And again, this is sturdy enough to hold basically anything you want. It's 16 gauge angle iron, 1x1. It's just got 5/16 bolts at the bottom there for the pivot. 5/16 for the top there with all lock nuts. You don't want to use regular nuts because they will vibrate out, but everything's got lock nuts, 5/16 hardware, and it's just drilled through. There's your pivot, and when it pivots, it ends up clearing the wall. So you ain't got to worry about scratching up the wall or nothing like that. So when you go to fold it up, it clears all the way around. Even the top here, you round that, you clean that up a little bit, round it off, so when you go to fold it up, it doesn't scrape the wall up. But other than that though, guys, that is my little tire holder review, I guess you'd say. And thanks for watching.